Hey guys, welcome to the performance testing using JMeter series. In this series, we will learn how we can do performance testing of different applications using the JMeter tool. So this course is designed, this series is designed for the absolute beginners, so those who have not done the performance testing before. So we will start with the absolute basics, and we will further go with for the advanced stuff in the subsequent lectures. Okay, so we'll start with the JMeter introduction. What is JMeter and what are the different features provided by it? So we'll know what is JMeter first. So as you know, it's the performance testing tool. It can be used for the performance testing of different type of applications, like the mobile applications, the web applications. So you can do the performance and load and stress testing of these applications using JMeter. It's an open source tool, so it's free to use. You can run it on your and without any charges. It's a Java application and it can be run on any platform. So whichever platform that supports Java, JMeter will be able to run on that platform. Right, so it covers like wide spectrum of operating systems available in the market, like Mac OS, Windows, Linux. So you will be able to run your JMeter script on all those platforms. And as I said, it can be used to test the different applications like web applications, mobile applications. So you can use Emitter to load test all these systems. And it supports the different protocols like the HTTP, HTTPS, SOAP, REST, FTP, TCP. Even if you want to test the different mail servers like SMTP, POP3, IMAP, you can do that with JMeter as well. If you want to test the performance of a database, there is an inbuilt support provided by JDBC. So you can use Emitter for your database performance test as well. So we'll know all these details in the subsequent lectures. But first of all, let's check out the different features provided by JMeter. Right, so I'd like to call JMeter as the complete performance testing toolbox. I'll let you know the reason why. So in typical performance testing, the performance testing activity is divided into mainly three parts. We first of all create the test script, and then we run that test script. And after the test run is complete, we get the detailed metrics of whatever test run that we have performed. So in a way that JMeter provides all these capabilities. So it provides the ID for test recording. So there is an inbuilt feature available in the JMeter wherein you can use that to record your performance test script. And once that is done, it provides the CLI mode to run the load test. CLI is nothing but the command line interface. So it's sort of a non-GUI mode wherein you can run your JMeter script using the CLI mode. And once the test run is complete, it provides the detailed reports. It provides different charts, the different metrics, like what is your response time, what is your maximum response time, what is your average response time, and different reporting capabilities it provides. So it's a very detailed report. So we'll see once the reporting captures, like reporting section we will have. And it's a scalable and extensible tool. So we'll see what is scalable first. So scalable in terms of JMeter can be scaled to run the load test of millions of users. So let's say if you want to run the load test of 1,000 users, 5,000 users, or even millions of users, so you will be able to scale your test to that extent as well. And it's an extensible means if you let's say you are in a need of a feature that is not provided by the JMeter out of the box. So there are some ecosystem available for the JMeter from where you can download different plugins for your load testing needs and configure it for with your load test script in JMeter. Then there is the scriptable components provided, wherein you can actually code your JMeter, script to run as per your customized demands. Right. So we'll see all these features when we once we go to the more advanced stuff, and it can be easily integrated with the CI tools. So let's say if you want to integrate it with Jenkins or Travis or any continuous integration tool. So we can do that with Maven and Gradle as well. So yeah, it's an easily integratable with the CI tools. Okay, so we'll see what are the limitations of Jmeter now. So I'd like to point out at this point is Jmeter is not a browser, and it works at a protocol level. And we will understand these concepts with the with a sample client server architecture. But first of all, let's understand what is Jmeter is not a browser concept. So it does not execute the JavaScript. So let's say if your web application or your web page is having the different JavaScript components in there, so JMeter will not be able to calculate the JavaScript rendering time or the page rendering time in your final metrics. So we'll understand this with the diagram here. Okay, so this is the typical client server architecture, wherein the client requests a particular resource from the server, and server in turn will return that resource to the client. So the thing with JMeter is it works on this level, the get post and the HTML arrow layer. So this is the protocol level. So JMeter works on this layer. So this is the client, and let's say the client is the web browser, and once it receives the HTML page, so the browser in the client machine will render that particular HTML page. So the rendering time and the JavaScript load, it will do all those activities in your browser. So JMeter will not do that for you. I mean, JMeter will only provide this get post request sent time and the HTML response receive time. Okay, so JMeter is not a browser. It will not execute your JavaScript, and it will not render the page for you. Of course, it will return the part which are available for your web page, but it will not be rendering that web page for you. Okay, so these are the limitations provided by JMeter. So I hope this lecture was helpful to you. We will see more detailed tutorials in the next section. So stay tuned for that and subscribe to my channel for further videos. Thank you and bye bye. See you in the next lecture.